Hey everybody, Brian Von VA here. We're always happy to help people get into D&D, but now let's talk about what are some good tips you have for new D&D players. For DMs, number 1. As a DM, your ultimate objective is to be a good host. The game world is a house that you built that they are just visiting. It doesn't matter if it's a canned world like Faerun, Greyhawk, etc., or one of your own creation from scratch. You filled in all the gaps with your imagination. Your primary objective should always be for your players to have a good time. Number 2. Be flexible. Players will often want to go off script and do things that you haven't planned on. If you're always forcing them back towards what you have prepared, then they will start to feel like nothing they do matters and they'll stop having fun. See number 1. Try to make your planned adventures incredibly appealing to the characters so they don't want to do something else. But, of course, don't force it. Number 3. Know the rules and be consistent. If you have house rules, that's fine, but discuss them with the players and make sure they're well known. Don't change rules on the fly. Number 4. You aren't competing with the players. The only way to win at D&D is for everyone to consistently have fun. If your goal is actually to defeat the characters, just pronounce them dead and enjoy the rest of your day doing something else. No need to waste everyone's time using game mechanics to wipe away all of the time they wasted building characters for your game. Number 5. Don't fall in love with your NPCs. The player characters are the heroes of the story. Never lose sight of that. NPCs are part of that story and should be treated as such, not as an avatar of the DM. The whole world is your avatar, not that one NPC. Number 6. Don't be afraid to kill a PC. Now, I'm not suggesting that you habitually kill your players, but there has to be a level of concern that it could happen. Stories are generally about conflict, and conflict that you know will always win isn't exciting. Make it clear to characters that not all challenges can be fought through. It's okay to talk your way through, sneak your way around, or just flee from an enemy that's too much to handle. Let them know that if they fight something that's too big to handle, well, you will kill them. If they do it anyway, smash them in an epic fashion. Now for the players. 1. Know the rules, but avoid knowing rules that aren't relevant to being a PC. If you want to DM, then by all means read up on everything. If not, you lose some mystery of the game. Number 2. Remember that the DM is the host. It's their house, and arguing with them about a world where they can literally make anything happen is a waste of time. Having a brief discussion during the game, brief is the key, and then taking it offline between games is fine, as long as you accept their final decision. And number 3, the people around the table are your friends, or at least they should be. Treat them the way you would want to be treated. If you are hogging the DM's attention, then you aren't being a friend. If you create a character that makes the game less fun for everyone else, you aren't being a friend. D&D is a collaborative game unless you can convince a DM to run you in solo adventures. Treat it that way. Before we continue with the video, let's talk about the Eternium. These fantasy playing cards are a clash of titanic elements such as sea monsters combined with the beauty and power of fire, or the horrors of the undead fused with medieval punk styles. These playing cards are printed on a high-quality 310-gram blackcore paper with artwork done by the amazing Eddie Whipple. You have 3 mystical decks to choose from: the Dawn, the Dusk, and dead center a fusion called the Twilight. These also feature your standard 2 to Ace playing cards flavored within 4 unique fantasy races: the Bastions, the Restless, the Abyssals, and the Imperium. And by the way, there will only be 1,000 decks in production, not a single deck more. You can also purchase their limited edition coins too, which come in a variety of colors like bronze, copper, and silver, as well as the Black Noir coin, which will be limited to only 100 units and not a single unit more. With all of that said and done, if you're into dark fantasy like you've never seen before with beautiful artwork, check out the Eternium. Links are in the description below. Don't stress about winning in D&D. Just have fun. If you want to be ambitious, worry about telling a story. Trust me, I've been where you are. I'm a power gamer through and through. I'm not ashamed. And I know that you're reading this and thinking, yeah, but proficiency only gives me a +2 bonus That's only an additional 10%. Yeah, I know, but try to set that aside and really listen to me. I had a lot more fun when I stopped stressing so hard about stats and just enjoyed the game. Let your DM know, of course, so they can work with you about making your character's story pertinent. Some things I ask of my players in addition to the character sheet because it can help me get the player invested. Pick 3. Tell me about someone or something very important to you that you've lost recently, and how. Tell me about the very worst experience in your character's life. What is something your character wants more than anything else in the whole world? Tell me about how your character became proficient in one of their skills. For example, if a character is proficient in survival, they might have once worked as a shepherd or cowboy, going far afield in unforgiving terrain. Tell me about a tattoo or a scar or some other mark that your character has and how or why they have it. Another good thing to do is to random roll stats for characters. You're probably going to get a stinker like a -2 mod for strength, but don't fight it and resist the urge to export it to charisma. Try to look at it and figure out the story of why the hell this adventurer is so crippled. Maybe they're a warlock, and part of striking the deal with their patron was to allow their patron to siphon off a large chunk of their vitality. Maybe they were born with a disease that would have been fatal, but by being taken into the clergy as a child, the cleric's deity has spared them from this fate. It's important to ask your DM if your cleric's god will make it so that they can at least carry heavy armor. Maybe they were a headstrong young wizard who fooled with the wrong spellbook. You get the idea. One of my favorite characters ever is a fighter with a -3 dex mod, explained as him having a right side below the knee amputation. He's an old folk hero because he confronted a warlock gone rogue after the war as a part of a mop-up unit. The warlock killed many of his comrades, cut his leg off, and literally just slipped while trying to deliver the killing strike, accidentally impaling herself on his halberd. He told his commanders as much, but an empire dealing with a lot of bad PR after a brutal civil war saw an golden opportunity for good PR and spun him as some great warrior hero. He's since passed out drunk in the shadow of his own overglorified stature, sold the halberd that saved his life, and sold the farm that he was raised on. He is an alcoholic. He usually isn't sloshed. He's just always buzzed, leading to his -1 charisma, and will go into withdrawal if he goes without. He's going on his current mission to earn money to pay his overdue membership dues in a mercenary guild. Think more security, less 007, so he can clear up his bar tab. First off, player, know thyself. Let me use myself as an example. In real life, I'm a rogue. I play a convincing wizard, cleric, and occasionally fighter, but I am always a rogue. It's just how I think. Recognizing this allows me to play all my characters better because either I can play a rogue or rogue-like build and act natural, or go for some sort of alter ego playing up some other aspect of me and consciously downplaying my roguishness. So, in order to play well at role-playing, play to your strengths, or recognize that you're going to play something not you for a while and have fun with it. I've told this story before, but there was a game where I was the level 1 wizard in the group, and that made my character completely useless. I could have had a terrible time, sitting sullenly with my nose in a book in the corner saying, "I'll run and hide in a bush," from time to time. But I didn't. Instead, I let my leadership abilities show and took charge of the team's agenda. This allowed everyone, including the GM, to have more fun with the game and made me feel like I was a part of the action, even if I was only putting notes on the whiteboard. In this case, the character was not as important as the player. However, I've also played scenarios where mine was the min-maxed savior of the group, strider amongst scared little hobbits. Then I needed to put myself in harm's way, relying on dice rolls and witty banter to get my team out of the fiery breath of a dragon while still making it enjoyable for those less skilled than I. Recognizing my own personal skills and talents allows me to be whatever I need to be in a realistic and engaging way. Second, and this cannot be overlooked, know the motivations of your character. Seriously, Why are you adventuring? It could be as simple as, I got bored being a shop owner and decided to see the Great Wall for myself. Or the complex, I'm not doing nothing, but if you look into my pouch, which I need to deliver safely to King Rod and Castle Elbermere, I will kill you. To the cocky, this is what I do. I'm a professional adventurer, helping other wannabes out as they take their first steps into the dungeon of despair and carrying their loot out with me when they find out the dragons are not so easily tamed. Backstory is awesome, and the better you know it, the more convincing you'll be when you say, I've just got to do this. It'll be a minute. When everyone else in your party is yelling at you to get away from the jewel with the sign that says, touch and die. Finally, the GM is your friend, or they should be. Yes, he plays the obstacles, whether that's a 20-foot drop into asps, or a poison dart trap, or a marauding horde of goblins. But behind those is someone who just wants to make a good story and have fun with the rest of you. Good players know that the fastest way to ruin a session is to toss the table when your character goes down. Don't do this. If you die, and you probably will multiple times, play it up. Use the opportunity to refill everyone's glasses, make snarky comments like, if I were alive, I'd do something helpful right now, hint, hint. And, wizard, so nice of you to join me for the 3D screening of Dirt. It's a good bet that the GM doesn't want a total party kill any more than you do, so be patient and be prepared to bargain with the devil. It's a good bet that it will take your team off the beaten path, and then it's an adventure for everyone. Relax and have fun. It's a cooperative game, so you're not needing to worry about winning. Feel free to ask lots of questions. Look at your character sheet before you go, and know the difference between A, ability checks, and B, saving throws. They both have the same ability names, but are in different places on your sheet. Be aware of that. If the DM asks for a strength check, that uses your strength modifier. If they ask for a strength saving throw, that uses your strength saving throw modifier instead. Locate your skills on your sheet. They're in a big block with things like acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, etc. Circle perception on the list and know where the list is. If you're playing a spellcaster, locate the spell attack modifier and the spellcasting DC, which are inexplicably buried on a later page of your character sheet, and write them in big letters at the top of the front page of your sheet. If the group enters combat, try to have an idea of what you want to do before your turn. You can definitely have a couple of options in mind to ask about, but usually you want to have at least some clue of what you want to do so things don't slow down too much. If something weird happens on the turn before yours, you may need to reevaluate completely, of course. And again, relax and have fun. Hey everybody, Brian Von VA here, checking in after the vid. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, comment down below letting us know what you think would be a good tip for either a DM or a player that's doing it for the first time. All the love, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.